try and keep this one brief. I often say that and fail miserably, but that's my intention. This is just a quick video to react to the news that the WBC have made Anthony Joshua their number 2 ranked heavyweight. For me, this is an example of boxing politics at its absolute worst. Now, as I understand it, there would be 2 potential reasons for doing this. Anthony Joshua is a marketable guy. He's a good talker. He's got a big fan base. Eddie Hearn's doing a good job of promoting him. He's an Olympic gold medalist. Does the WBC want it to be their belt who Anthony Joshua fights for? You know, would they rather have him as the face of the WBC because they're aware that it might be a shot in the arm of the WBO if they had someone as marketable as Anthony Joshua as their world heavyweight champ? Do they want Anthony Joshua walking around getting loads of photographs with that green belt? That's part 1. Part 2 is governing bodies charge a sanctioning fee when they fight for when a champion contests for their belt. And as I understand that equates to 2% of the champion's purse. Now, clearly they want a champion who's going to earn big money so they can charge more of a sanctioning fee. And I guess from their perspective, it's more beneficial to have someone like Anthony Joshua who'll be involved in big Wembley Stadium pay-per-view fights, and they can get a financial cut of that, rather than a lesser-known heavyweight. You know, somebody like Carlos Takam, in my eyes, is a far higher-rated heavyweight with much more proof of ability than Anthony Joshua. I mean, Takam drew with Perez, beat Tony Thompson, whereas Joshua's beaten Kevin Johnson. But I guess Takam has no fan base, no huge promotional team who's going to put him up at Wembley and put him on pay-per-view. So from the WBC's perspective, they stand to make a lot more money and a lot more press, publicity and PR by having Anthony Joshua contesting their championship rather than a guy like Carlos Takam. So for me, this is politics at its worst. No matter how much on the Anthony Joshua bandwagon you are, and I accept that there are people out there who do think this guy is, the best prospect of all time, it seems. I accept that people out there think he's a beast. And it wouldn't surprise me if people think that out of ability, he is the number 2 ranked heavyweight. I disagree with that personally, but I understand that maybe there's an argument that in terms of talent, he is the number 2 rated heavyweight. However, when you're ranking a fighter, you can't, from a governing body perspective, surely we agree that you rank them based on resume and performance rather than talent. Otherwise, you may rank some new professionals who've just turned pro after the Olympics number 1 in your division after only 1 fight, because we've got to base this on, proof and on victories as opposed to just talent. And I mean, for anyone, for the WBC to even suggest that Anthony Joshua could be ranked number 2 in the ratings is quite frankly preposterous. I mean, in terms of what they've proven in the ring, there is no way you can have Anthony Joshua above Takam, Mike Perez, Povetkin, obviously Wilder, Klitschko, Fury. Derek Chisora has had more impressive victories than Anthony Joshua. Bryant Jennings has had more impressive victories. I mean, the list could go on for quite a bit longer than that as well. I've just mentioned a few names off the top of my head. Kubrat Pulev, Bermain Stavern, arguably even guys like Malik Scott. In terms of resume, these guys have all beaten better guys than Anthony Joshua. And for me, this is a real example of boxing politics. I'm not saying those guys would beat Anthony Joshua. I'm not saying if Jennings fights Joshua tomorrow, Jennings beats him. But I'm saying in terms of ranking an opponent from a governing body perspective, it needs to be based on resume. And when your best performance is against Kevin Johnson, who, it was a good win. Johnson's a solid enough competitor, but Johnson's top 50, maybe top 40 on a good day. And based on that, Joshua, in my eyes, is maybe fringe top 20, but top 10, top 5, top 2, quite frankly, ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts on this news. Let me know your thoughts on the ranking. Thanks for watching.